distracting when I'm doing introductions and people are walking around.
Now I home China for punk and Tushina Shavawaki. China will kick it on its eye, Shavaki on its eye, kick it on it.
Yep, they're all Robbie's girlfriends. Welcome back, beautiful and amazing human beings.
Yes,
My
sir.
name's Luke Radowski here of thebestpoliticalshow.com, and we will be going live for the next 2 hours discussing all the craziest and wildest news developing right now. As, of course, there's always a lot of very important things to talk about, as it looks like it is absolutely confirmed. And Joe Rogan will be having Donald Trump on his show this Friday. As you could expect, the corporate media to absolutely melt down. The predicted markets are going crazy. CNN is already freaking out, along with MSNBC, as Ukraine is also going to get a lot more of our money, while South Korea and North Korea now have entered the game in a very dangerous way. There's also some interesting news surrounding Diddy, the WNBA, and that's exactly what we're going to be discussing here for the next 2 hours on this independent media broadcast. Again, we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you guys sharing the broadcast with your friends and family members, and it does truly mean a lot to us when you do that. So thank you again so much for sharing and helping us get the word out there. In appreciation for this, we allow you guys to be a part of the show and to actually call into the show. And to do that, all you have to do is sign up to lukeunfiltered.com. You get access to a Telegram channel. I am inside of that Telegram channel right now. So far, we do not have a caller. First-time callers also get free products from wearechange.shop, where, of course, we have a lot of really great products available to you as well. We are going to be doing our best to read any and all super chats, but of course we are going to be prioritizing the Streamlabs chats during this conversation. Joining us for today's conversation is Cliff Maloney. Cliff, for the people who don't know you, who are you and how would you introduce yourself?
Yeah, appreciate y'all having me. Name's Cliff Maloney. Got involved in politics through Ron Paul back in the day. And this cycle, I've always focused on door knocking, but this cycle I'm laser focused on the PA Chase, a program we're running in Pennsylvania, trying to win the White House for Donald Trump. I think this is the most important election of our lifetime. I've never said that before. I hate when people say it, but I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, this one seems a little different. This one seems like, there's a little bit more on the line here. But that's just me. Martha Bueno, also in the house here as well. Always great to have Martha here. Martha, how are you? And who are you?
Great. Thanks for having me again, Luke. And I'm Martha Bueno. You can find me on X and IG at Bueno for Miami. And I'm your favorite non-co-host.
Yes, I think that's a fair description here. As, of course, we got Robbie Mann in the house. We're very excited to have Robbie here that we are testing out to see if we're going to work together well.
No sexual favors. Keeping it clean.
Yet.
We're keeping it clean. We're making America healthy again. We got Cliff. He's the man. He's from Pennsylvania. He's making sure we have an honest election. He's bringing Make America Healthy Again to the house. We got Martha, amazing mother. We got top assistant in the world, one of the top ex-models in the world, Stephanie.
Woohoo!
And we're doing really well here. It's Robbie Mann, and I'm looking forward to getting down with you. I'm on Instagram at Robbie Mann and Twitter at the Robbie Mann. Let's go.
Always great to have you. Steph, who are you? And how do you like your new co-host and co-mate, I guess?
Robbie's great. We all love Robbie.
Yeah. The love.
We're spreading the love here, man. We gotta spread the love. We gotta manifest what we want. We gotta look after.
That's right. Yeah, talking to the mic. Talking to the mic.
This could be either a really horrible idea or a really great idea. And,
come on,
we're
Luke.
gonna see. So
It's great.
We'll find out. We'll find out. We're still waiting for our previous co-host to come back after he said he's just going out for milk and cigarettes. So we still haven't seen him. Who knows? He might come back, but we don't know. right? Steph?
Daddy, come back. Don't
Yeah,
leave
we
us
don't
like
know,
that.
but it's cool because we got Robbie in the house. So this is Steph. We are Change. You can find me on X at Steph WRC, and I'm here to push the buttons.
Martha likes calling people daddy.
I do.
I don't. I have one dad, and he is my biological dad, and he is called Dad. All
Okay,
right?
it was a joke on he went out to get milk and cigarettes. All right, all right.
More like douche flutes and freaking soy slop.
All right,
But
all right,
anyway,
all right.
Anyway, let's get to the bottom of all the news breaking and developing right now. As of course, there's so many different things to talk about. The story just broke a couple of moments ago that, of course, Donald Trump will officially be appearing on the Joe Rogan show this.
Let's go.
Yeah.
This
Let's
is-
go, Trump.
It's been overdue. I mean, look, he hasn't been on the whole time. How is that even possible? He's talking to him at the UFC. They're hanging out. Why hasn't he gone on? He brings RFK on. As soon as RFK endorses him, he should have already been on. But I'm happy this is happening.
Well, if you remember, Joe Rogan, not so long ago, said that he would never have Donald Trump on live on his podcast episode. So something
Never
obviously.
say never.
But he
You
endorsed.
never
But
know.
he spoke so highly of RFK. RFK endorsed Trump.
Yeah, to the point where Trump got mad at Rogan complimenting RFK so much that he fired back and attacked Joe Rogan. So a lot of people are expecting a home run here. I think it could also be contentious.
That's why they did the Kill Tony bit when they did the Trump on stage, the fake Trump, fake Biden, and Rogan came out at Madison Square Garden. I was there for Kill Tony.
How's that?
It was amazing, and they were talking about the beef that Trump has with Rogan. So now they're going to talk, and let's see what's going on. I mean, I don't think Kamala's going to do the show. She's going to get destroyed if she does the show.
Yeah,
Can you imagine?
I don't think she'll even get invited.
No,
Nope,
she's
was
invited.
invited.
Yeah.
No. If you're Joe Rogan, right? Joe Rogan has previously said before that there's too much pressure with interviewing Donald Trump, and he's made this kind of sentiment that if he interviews one political candidate, he has to interview the opponent. So I foresee Kamala Harris, as desperate as she is, also trying to get on the Joe Rogan podcast, and Joe Rogan kind of being put in this kind of inconvenient kind of position because he's not a person that grills people. If you look at his interview style, it's more of a kind of casual, friendly conversation. He never really kind of, like really gets at it. He never kind of has that Tim Pool beanie flying off his head moment. There's never a kind of, boom, how dare you believe this or say this. It's always like, yeah, man, that's cool. That's fine.
Yeah, but the risk with Rogan is, anybody that goes on there, you're going to have such a long conversation. It might not be that he's punching at him, but he goes on these tangents, right? And it's like, I had an idea. What do you think about that? Have we talked about this? Right?
It's going to be the most real conversation Kamala has had anywhere.
She won't have her. She can have her diamond earrings. She can have her earpiece. She's not going to have her.
They're
hair
not
like-
diamond. They're like pearls or something.
If she does that show, that means that she is completely desperate. Luke, you're right. If she ends up doing that, it means they're spiraling out of control.
She is completely desperate, and she is spiraling completely out of control. So
the poly market. The poly market's saying
You love
Trump's
the poly. You love the poly
I
stuff.
love the
Robbie.
poly stuff with the. But the thing is,
Robbie's big
but
into the
then
poly.
you go on Twitter and you see other accounts and they're like Harris is ahead. So I'm like, wait, what's going on here? There's some skewed polls, Cliff. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, I think, look, anybody that's trying to poll when you compare 2016, which was pre-COVID, to 2020, where you had the pandemic, at least the fear in the Democrats and some Republicans that I won't name, anybody that's polling now to try to understand what is the makeup of turnout in this election, I just think it's completely bonkers. But if you compare each of them and you realize Trump is always doing better by about 4 or 5% in these mainstream polls, and now he's, instead of being down by 5 or 6 in all these states, he's now up by 1 point in a lot of these real clear political averages. That to me is something you can look at. But what we're doing is more about the actual returns, right? What are the mail-in ballots showing? And when I look at the requests and I look at the returns, those numbers are much better than polling. They're actual ballots, right? And right now, I mean, states like Pennsylvania, they're down 500,000 mail-in ballot requests. They have 150,000 less Democrat mail-in ballots returned than they did at this time in 2020. And Republicans are up 100,000. So when I look at those numbers, forget about the polls, look to where the voters are actually submitting ballots and what those numbers look like.
I agree. I mean, Elon Musk is in Pennsylvania. He says you have to win Pennsylvania if you want to win the presidency, and that's why he's giving away $1 million a day, and Kamala's coming after him.
Yeah, and I think
Trying to.
I think everybody at this point, when I agreed to do this ballot chasing in Pennsylvania, we had no idea if PA would be ranked number 1, the most important, number 5. It goes through the White House. It's ground zero. You have to win PA. I mean, that's why they did the debate there. That's why Elon is living in PA until the election, because so many people realize their whole entire map must have Pennsylvania, both sides.
All the Amish out there, if you're listening, we need you in your carriages. We
They're
gotta
not
come out.
listening.
Yeah.
They can't listen.
They would need electricity to listen.
Robbie, like, they're not connected to the internet. Like,
I don't care. I'm
Tyson-
sending vibes to the Amish. The Amish are going to vote.
send in the smoke signal.
They're
that
conspiracy
would be a little bit more effective.
theorists. They are. There's this one homesteader, Amish homesteader, that just went on Dr. Phil and said that he was a conspiracy. He was a.
But that doesn't mean they have like the internet and stuff.
I mean, how would you know any of this without the internet? I thought it was
Books?
hilarious. Have you guys
Magazines?
seen this? Did you guys see this?
No.
Oh my gosh. I think it's like Greta, I think her name is. You can find her on my
Greta
X app.
Thunberg.
I reposted it. It's not Thornberg. It's not her. It's a real